He has no money. He has no money. Our colleague was a chemist. Our colleague was a chemist. They were supporting 1 a.m. the previous morning. They were supporting 1 a.m. the previous morning. I smile after 1 week. I smile after 1 week. I don't notice anything unusual. I don't notice anything unusual. He did not become a shepherd 4 years ago. He did not become a shepherd 4 years ago. They cannot lie. They cannot lie. He was the stepdaughter's filmmaker. He was the stepdaughter's filmmaker. Are his nephews financiers? Are his nephews financiers? Were your cousins clowns? Were your cousins clowns? Wouldn't it help? Wouldn't it help? Is his nephew a shop assistant? Is his nephew a shop assistant? They were making a snowman in a winter wonderland. They were making a snowman in a winter wonderland. We saw many different bird species along the river. We saw many different bird species along the river. He may not be able to dive after one night. He may not be able to dive after one night. It's so good to hear. It's so good to hear. I rode my bike to school. I rode my bike to school. Can they answer now? Can they answer now? Prepare to be impressed by the new president. Prepare to be impressed by the new president. Was your daughter a sailor? Was your daughter a sailor? You right. You right. They burn after 3 weeks. They burn after 3 weeks. I have to move out of my parents' house. I have to move out of my parents' house. Can't they survive? Can't they survive? He was defending. He was defending. Are we going to launch the sun? Are we going to launch the sun? Are you firing me? I'm not firing you. I'm sending you home. Are you firing me? I'm not firing you. I'm sending you home. Can we finish this project by the end of the week? Can we finish this project by the end of the week? He will normally be the governor. He will normally be the governor. Can't we get it every week? Can't we get it every week? No one is coming. No one is coming. You can't fish often. You can't fish often. Do they need 10 years to choreograph? Do they need 10 years to choreograph? I'm already planning to watch the movie again. I'm already planning to watch the movie again. You will go to school. You will go to school. I don't think media coverage is necessarily the most accurate depiction of reality. I don't think media coverage is necessarily the most accurate depiction of reality. Then one can decide at midnight. Then one can decide at midnight. Is my stepmother the captain? Is my stepmother the captain? When are you going? When are you going? I'm going to bed now. I'm going to bed now. Is my grandfather a boxer? Is my grandfather a boxer? Shall we sing at 3 p.m.? Shall we sing at 3 p.m.? Coral reefs. Coral reefs. I'm listening to music. I'm listening to music. Real estate agents. Real estate agents. Will they contact? Will they contact? I went to the school today. I went to the school today. Wouldn't I refuse? Wouldn't I refuse? Am I healed? Am I healed? I have to buy a new car. I have to buy a new car. Can't take noon? Can't take noon? Are your cousins the protagonist? Are your cousins the protagonist? I was arrested for a crime I didn't commit. I was arrested for a crime I didn't commit. His daughter is a producer. His daughter is a producer. It was like, this is a huge pain. This is a huge pain. After finishing this project, we can finally relax. After finishing this project, we can finally relax. I am the oldest. I am the oldest. Fancy dress? Fancy dress? Can it change? Can it change? I am going to mosque. I am going to mosque. Are you trying to say what your criteria are? Are you trying to say what your criteria are? I shouldn't follow. I shouldn't follow. For if there is no chance of a storm, I will go out. For if there is no chance of a storm, I will go out. Not organized? Not organized? I don't notice anything strange. I don't notice anything strange. It won't stop every day. It won't stop every day. Won't you measure at dawn? Won't you measure at dawn? Get bored. Get bored. The occasional travel agency is not. The occasional travel agency is not. Our relatives are concierges. Our relatives are concierges. Shouldn't he win soon? Shouldn't he win soon? If it doesn't rain, I'll go out. If it doesn't rain, I'll go out. When we finish this walk, we will be walking for 4 hours. When we finish this walk, we will be walking for 4 hours. Can you shepherd every year? Can you shepherd every year? For I am sure he will be very successful. For I am sure he will be very successful. Will you come to the party tonight? Will you come to the party tonight? They will move to a new city. They will move to a new city. Over time, we will see the effects of our hard work. Over time, we will see the effects of our hard work. I have not heard your words. I have not heard your words. Does not take a step. Does not take a step. Where will I find it? Where will I find it? When the concert starts, I will have waited in line for 2 hours. When the concert starts, I will have waited in line for 2 hours. Better times for your body. Better times for your body. Did you evaluate it in the afternoon? Did you evaluate it in the afternoon? Weren't we decorators 3 centuries ago? Weren't we decorators 3 centuries ago? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. Can he request after one night? Can he request after one night? He can clean at noon. He can clean at noon. I'm going to the bowling alley. I'm going to the bowling alley. Can you start the week? Can you start the week? You roll. You roll. Is their grandmother a farmer? Is their grandmother a farmer? 2 months ago, can't I be an actor? 2 months ago, can't I be an actor? I love to travel and discover new cultures. I love to travel and discover new cultures. Does not respond every day. Does not respond every day. Can I limit? Can I limit? Doesn't say much. Doesn't say much. He had already had his breakfast before he went for a run. He had already had his breakfast before he went for a run. It is the official language of the United Kingdom, United States, Canada, Australia and New Zealand. It is the official language of the United Kingdom, United States, Canada, Australia and New Zealand. Did they collect? Did they collect? We need to go somewhere. We need to go somewhere. Get to know the candidate more deeply and discuss their motivations and review social skills and value alignment. Get to know the candidate more deeply and discuss their motivations and review social skills and value alignment. I had seen the movie before but wanted to watch it again. I had seen the movie before but wanted to watch it again. Will he eat? Will he eat? Did he occasionally produce? Did he occasionally produce? They do not disappear after 4 weeks. They do not disappear after 4 weeks. Give your place in public transport. Give your place in public transport. Not in the traveler's country? Not in the traveler's country? I am a human being and I want to improve my life. I am a human being and I want to improve my life. I am confused. I am confused. Did it develop at noon? Did it develop at noon? They can be supervisors. They can be supervisors. Can you quote from 2 months ago? Can you quote from 2 months ago? I think these things are important. I think these things are important. They would not be successful next year. They would not be successful next year. It gets very hot here, especially in summer. It gets very hot here, especially in summer. Shouldn't they catch it every day? Shouldn't they catch it every day? I need to buy a new makeup. I need to buy a new makeup. Were your grandchildren businessmen? Were your grandchildren businessmen? After 3 months, he should not be a shoemaker. After 3 months, he should not be a shoemaker. He can do woodworking every day. He can do woodworking every day. Your neighbor is darker. Your neighbor is darker. Brown is the color of dirt. Brown is the color of dirt. Did you often push? Did you often push? They had already started the project before I joined the team. They had already started the project before I joined the team. Could you please repeat what you just said? Could you please repeat what you just said? I need to deposit some money. I need to deposit some money. They won't go. They won't go. When would you like your appointment to be? When would you like your appointment to be? Would prefer. Would prefer. Can count on every month. Can count on every month. Will we shepherd often? Will we shepherd often? I wish I could be as confident as him. I wish I could be as confident as him. We also accept mobile payments. We also accept mobile payments. Should take advantage. Should take advantage. Not hit. Not hit. You can't know. You can't know. Can't you evaluate it right away? Can't you evaluate it right away? He would fight in 3 hours. He would fight in 3 hours. Can't we wrestle often? Can't we wrestle often? He went to the mall. He went to the mall. Your wife was a diver. Your wife was a diver. Am I not staying? Am I not staying? I prefer your food. I prefer your food. A stand mixer is ideal for cooking. A stand mixer is ideal for cooking. Not hit. Not hit. Property. Property. Can't I settle in? Can't I settle in? Do you like to go camping? Do you like to go camping? Your mind your decision. Your mind your decision. No, sorry, I don't understand. No, sorry, I don't understand. His stepfather was a wrestler. His stepfather was a wrestler. I'm not sure if I feel good or not. I'm not sure if I feel good or not. I have to excuse the socks. I have to excuse the socks. His half-brothers are inventors. His half-brothers are inventors. His brother-in-law is a farmer. His brother-in-law is a farmer. Relatives were caregivers. Relatives were caregivers. Are they geologists? Are they geologists? Self. Self. They should not surrender after 5 midnight. They should not surrender after 5 midnight. What is your real name? What is your real name? You may not get it after 4 p.m. You may not get it after 4 p.m. Good to see you again. Good to see you again. Have you designed it before? Have you designed it before? John was asleep when I got home. John was asleep when I got home. Can't be washed every year? Can't be washed every year? All necessary steps must be taken. All necessary steps must be taken. He read a novel during his vacation. He read a novel during his vacation. You should not share your passwords with anyone. You should not share your passwords with anyone. I am reading a book. I am reading a book. Does not continue. Does not continue. Could you turn the music down a little, please? Could you turn the music down a little, please? Should not wash. Should not wash. Was he posting weekly? Was he posting weekly? Should not have been a consultant last year. Should not have been a consultant last year. They can analyze immediately. They can analyze immediately. I need to change the light bulbs in the kitchen. I need to change the light bulbs in the kitchen. The director of the company resigned after a financial scandal. The director of the company resigned after a financial scandal. Will we be businesswomen every year? Will we be businesswomen every year? Didn't I harvest at dusk? Didn't I harvest at dusk? The color of the sky changes throughout the day. The color of the sky changes throughout the day. He didn't win every year. He didn't win every year. Quality is better than quantity. Quality is better than quantity. I won't find out in 4 months. I won't find out in 4 months. Will we allow? Will we allow? Which is your favorite book? Which is your favorite book? I could not be a notary public before. I could not be a notary public before. He reads the newspaper every day. He reads the newspaper every day. Sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Are we going to read it later at 3 a.m.? Are we going to read it later at 3 a.m.? Your family was president. Your family was president. Determined. Determined. Not everyone is cut out for this kind of job. Not everyone is cut out for this kind of job. Did Fortnite win? Did Fortnite win? We must be careful not to make mistakes. We must be careful not to make mistakes. We're just vice president. We're just vice president. Whose is the red pen? Whose is the red pen? For I will sleep. For I will sleep. Will write. Will write. Are they going to sing in 2 minutes? Are they going to sing in 2 minutes? How much money do I have? How much money do I have? You were waking up often. You were waking up often. Will it grow? Will it grow? Not the immediate operator. Not the immediate operator. Are our brothers golfers? Are our brothers golfers? He will travel to Japan next summer. He will travel to Japan next summer. Better times for your body. Better times for your body. May come close. May come close. Broke 10 years. Broke 10 years. I eat eggs for breakfast. I eat eggs for breakfast. Didn't I model now? Didn't I model now? Rarely could. Rarely could. Is their spouse the second man? Is their spouse the second man? Doesn't it say after 5 days? Doesn't it say after 5 days? Not always controlled. Not always controlled. Was your stepson a psychiatrist? Was your stepson a psychiatrist? Have you ridden a rabbit? Have you ridden a rabbit? Your parents were choreographers. Your parents were choreographers. After 1 week they should do gymnastics. After 1 week they should do gymnastics. It is reliable. It is reliable. I will learn to code. I will learn to code. When would you like your appointment to be? When would you like your appointment to be? They did not believe the day before. They did not believe the day before. He does not teach. He does not teach. Perception. Perception. Don't I have to be a watchman after 5 months? Don't I have to be a watchman after 5 months? Is your husband a hunter? Is your husband a hunter? They bartender every year. They bartender every year. Am I blushing? Am I blushing? Get out of here. Get out of here. Relevance. Relevance. Have you designed it before? Have you designed it before? Her stepdaughters were librarians. Her stepdaughters were librarians. I can go to school. I can go to school. Your stepmother was a spy. Your stepmother was a spy. They rode bikes in the park. They rode bikes in the park. Shouldn't they match? Shouldn't they match? Can't we connect? Can't we connect? Is his half-brother a notary? Is his half-brother a notary? I'll bake at dawn. I'll bake at dawn. Cannot always test. Cannot always test. He should be at the airport by 6 p.m. He should be at the airport by 6 p.m. Rarely appeared? Rarely appeared? I have to take my car to the mechanic. I have to take my car to the mechanic. I'm going to the cinema to watch a new broadcast. I'm going to the cinema to watch a new broadcast. The occasional travel agency is not. The occasional travel agency is not. The burst of energy I felt after drinking that coffee was incredible. The burst of energy I felt after drinking that coffee was incredible. If it's cold, I won't go out. If it's cold, I won't go out. Don't you do it after 5 nights? Don't you do it after 5 nights? It can burn. It can burn. He can speak more than one language. He can speak more than one language. Then he can call. Then he can call. You shouldn't be afraid to ask for help. You shouldn't be afraid to ask for help. He knows. He knows. Are you a cop soon? Are you a cop soon? We didn't become songwriters afterwards. We didn't become songwriters afterwards. Don't we need to provide? Don't we need to provide? Didn't we push weekly? Didn't we push weekly? I am no longer happy. I am no longer happy. They were drinking. They were drinking. To discover. To discover. It may take 2 weeks. It may take 2 weeks. I can't shoot warriors every year. I can't shoot warriors every year. I know I can always count on him. I know I can always count on him. Would you please try these slippers? Would you please try these slippers? Is your stepson a waiter? Is your stepson a waiter? We are frequent homeowners. We are frequent homeowners. Always checking. Always checking. Shouldn't they cry? Shouldn't they cry? We were having a barbecue when it started to rain. We were having a barbecue when it started to rain. Was my mother-in-law a caregiver? Was my mother-in-law a caregiver? I was so shy that I couldn't speak. I was so shy that I couldn't speak. If it's dry, I won't go out. If it's dry, I won't go out. Shouldn't we call after a day? Shouldn't we call after a day? Does it always load? Does it always load? Previously we could evolve in 5 seconds. Previously we could evolve in 5 seconds. I'm worthy. I'm worthy. Is your friend an optician? Is your friend an optician? In 3 minutes, the foreman may not be. In 3 minutes, the foreman may not be. You can be the assistant chef. You can be the assistant chef. Should it never be removed? Should it never be removed? 1. I don't want to lose my love to look good. 1. I don't want to lose my love to look good. Was your wife a lawyer? Was your wife a lawyer? I have a lot of satisfaction. I have a lot of satisfaction. What does this mean? What does this mean? For the situation is beyond the limits of human discipline. For the situation is beyond the limits of human discipline. The distance between the two cities is about 200 miles. The distance between the two cities is about 200 miles. Let us do it. Let us do it. Did you walk? Did you walk? I don't want to lose my magazines for the lost. I don't want to lose my magazines for the lost. Gold is a very precious metal. Gold is a very precious metal. They have. Shouldn't he always kiss? Shouldn't he always kiss? Should I fall? Should I fall? Can you help me with this math problem? Can you help me with this math problem? Will we never be dietitians? Will we never be dietitians? You shouldn't be careless about fire. You shouldn't be careless about fire. My children are businesswomen. My children are businesswomen. If I had more experience, I could apply for that job. If I had more experience, I could apply for that job. We are not referees every year. We are not referees every year. You can approach daily. You can approach daily. The episode was very interesting. The episode was very interesting. The target market for this product is young adults. The target market for this product is young adults. He drank a glass of water. He drank a glass of water. 1. I am walking. 1. I am walking. Great query. Great query. Your grandfather was a landscape architect. Your grandfather was a landscape architect. How much money do you have? How much money do you have? Your grandson is a lawyer. Your grandson is a lawyer. Should I wear a suit or dress for the interview? Should I wear a suit or dress for the interview? Rarely complete? Rarely complete? It may not create after a minute. It may not create after a minute. He flew to New York for a business trip. He flew to New York for a business trip. I need a new car. I need a new car. They don't start the project until they have a team. They don't start the project until they have a team. The chef was fined for using expired ingredients. The chef was fined for using expired ingredients. We can be successful every day. We can be successful every day. 4. I'm going to the beach. 4. I'm going to the beach. Do you mind if I examine your eyes? Do you mind if I examine your eyes? Shouldn't you deny it? Shouldn't you deny it? After 5 months, I am not a judge. After 5 months, I am not a judge. Is your half-sister a technician? Is your half-sister a technician? If it's snowing, I won't go out. If it's snowing, I won't go out. He fixed the leaking faucet in the bathroom. He fixed the leaking faucet in the bathroom. It didn't build 1 hour ago. It didn't build 1 hour ago. I'm in the room at the end of the hallway. I'm in the room at the end of the hallway. Your grandson is a lawyer. Your grandson is a lawyer. Shouldn't the pediatrician be weekly? Shouldn't the pediatrician be weekly? Can we get these files? Can we get these files? The air quality in the city is bad. The air quality in the city is bad. He had a cup of coffee before going to work. He had a cup of coffee before going to work. I don't notice anything special about the current situation. I don't notice anything special about the current situation. Will you not undertake? Will you not undertake? Number 3 is also solved. Number 3 is also solved. There are not many parking spaces in this area. There are not many parking spaces in this area. Won't it solve? Won't it solve? Can't they be prepared before noon? Can't they be prepared before noon? I saw the man who was your father. I saw the man who was your father. Can't I die after one night? Can't I die after one night? They were playing chess when they realized it was midnight. They were playing chess when they realized it was midnight. He would not be fed next year. He would not be fed next year. Couldn't I have owned a house 4 centuries ago? Couldn't I have owned a house 4 centuries ago? I thought you could help me. I thought you could help me. Is my stepbrother an educator? Is my stepbrother an educator? Our smoothies are made from real fruit and no artificial flavors are used. Our smoothies are made from real fruit and no artificial flavors are used. They can coach after 4 seconds. They can coach after 4 seconds. Can it grow every month? Can it grow every month? Can I address? Can I address? I'm going to the golf course. I'm going to the golf course. Did you say noon? Did you say noon? She was practicing yoga poses in the living room. She was practicing yoga poses in the living room. Were his cousins congressmen? Were his cousins congressmen? I cheated on my math test. I cheated on my math test. Your stepfather is an analyst. Your stepfather is an analyst. Will it not support after 4 years? Will it not support after 4 years? Relatives are rulers. Relatives are rulers. I have to be homeowner in 4 weeks. I have to be homeowner in 4 weeks. They were burned. They were burned. The concert will start tonight at 2000. The concert will start tonight at 2000. Will it be organized after 3 nights? Will it be organized after 3 nights? Let me know if you need anything else. Let me know if you need anything else. I don't feel normal. I don't feel normal. Are you going to school? Are you going to school? No annual commitment should be made. No annual commitment should be made. Can't support after 4 seconds? Can't support after 4 seconds? Is your friend a shipper? Is your friend a shipper? What about me? What about me? Oh, I know what girls like. Oh, I know what girls like. Opposite. Opposite. I was leaving. I was leaving. Can't it be at sunrise? Can't it be at sunrise? Was our aunt an engineer? Was our aunt an engineer? Should not leave. Should not leave. Her brother-in-law was a dancer. Her brother-in-law was a dancer. Extra fit and fair man is my favorite phrase. Extra fit and fair man is my favorite phrase. He would arrange 5 weeks later. He would arrange 5 weeks later. The decade of the 90s was characterized by economic growth and cultural change. The decade of the 90s was characterized by economic growth and cultural change. I don't notice anything special about the current situation. I don't notice anything special about the current situation. I may not feel. I may not feel. What time does the airport shuttle leave? What time does the airport shuttle leave? Rarely can I not be a producer? Rarely can I not be a producer? Yes, I am married. Yes, I am married. We usually don't ignore it. We usually don't ignore it. I should remember later. I should remember later. I was going to the market. I was going to the market. I don't want to lose my machine for losses. I don't want to lose my machine for losses. He has eaten sushi many times. He has eaten sushi many times. You won't be a cleaner every week. You won't be a cleaner every week. Can we get to class in an hour? Can we get to class in an hour? I can't wait to spend time with my friends and family. I can't wait to spend time with my friends and family. Can't be a daily vocalist? Can't be a daily vocalist? A lot. A lot. His brother is a chemist. His brother is a chemist. The carpet was so dirty that I had to buy a new one. The carpet was so dirty that I had to buy a new one. Did it hit my car? Did it hit my car? Wasn't I a rower 3 days ago? Wasn't I a rower 3 days ago? Did you make up? Did you make up? Our half-brother is the air traffic controller. Our half-brother is the air traffic controller. We will change. We will change. What's the problem? What's the problem? Do you have any siblings? Do you have any siblings? Should not be supported. Should not be supported. Means every year. Means every year. Have you seen a good art exhibition lately? Have you seen a good art exhibition lately? Can we get a coroner in one day? Can we get a coroner in one day? I want to get better at playing the guitar. I want to get better at playing the guitar. I had to do a few extra push-ups this morning to make up for yesterday. I had to do a few extra push-ups this morning to make up for yesterday. Can I bring you something else? Can I bring you something else? Are you a bus driver? Are you a bus driver? I have to pick up my dry cleaner at 5 p.m. I have to pick up my dry cleaner at 5 p.m. Understand what I mean. Understand what I mean. Flowers bloom in spring. Flowers bloom in spring. I only have $8 in my wallet. I only have $8 in my wallet. They have never been to Europe before. They have never been to Europe before. He studied for the exam all week. He studied for the exam all week. You can't fish often. You can't fish often. Our half-brother was a songwriter. Our half-brother was a songwriter. How many pieces of luggage will you have? How many pieces of luggage will you have? My mother-in-law was a pediatrician. My mother-in-law was a pediatrician. Then we won't be sailors. Then we won't be sailors. How long will you stay in the country? How long will you stay in the country? Does not live at noon. Does not live at noon. Can't they work normally? Can't they work normally? You have to do the calculus at noon. You have to do the calculus at noon. I will open a branch. I will open a branch. Was my stepmother a babysitter? Was my stepmother a babysitter? Could you please come 15 minutes before your appointment? Could you please come 15 minutes before your appointment? Would be an ecologist every day. Would be an ecologist every day. Then they get married at 4 a.m. Then they get married at 4 a.m. Did they answer? Did they answer? Let's go over the rules before we get started. Let's go over the rules before we get started. They didn't come 4 seconds ago. They didn't come 4 seconds ago. He didn't do journalism 5 days ago. He didn't do journalism 5 days ago. We are frequent homeowners. We are frequent homeowners. I have a lot of patience. I have a lot of patience. The electric can opener makes it easy to open cans. The electric can opener makes it easy to open cans. Can we try? Can we try? His colleague is a linguist. His colleague is a linguist. Your brother-in-law was a physiologist. Your brother-in-law was a physiologist. Would not plan. Would not plan. We accept at sunset. We accept at sunset. I don't want to lose my losses for magazines. I don't want to lose my losses for magazines. His colleague is a lieutenant. His colleague is a lieutenant. The nurse will come later to change your bandages. The nurse will come later to change your bandages. He became governor 3 seconds ago. He became governor 3 seconds ago. Tony, shall we play hide and seek with you? Tony, shall we play hide and seek with you? Should I go to the pediatrician at sunrise? Should I go to the pediatrician at sunrise? How far is it to the nearest bus stop? How far is it to the nearest bus stop? Wouldn't you force it after 3 centuries? Wouldn't you force it after 3 centuries? Was her half-sister a fashion designer? Was her half-sister a fashion designer? He won't be inviting soon. He won't be inviting soon. There aren't many opportunities for advancement in this business. There aren't many opportunities for advancement in this business. I'm feeling a little lost. Can you point me in the right direction? I'm feeling a little lost. Can you point me in the right direction? The surgeon will be here to talk to you before the procedure. The surgeon will be here to talk to you before the procedure. Should it break? Should it break? Do you have a car for people? Do you have a car for people? Don't you look? Don't you look? Did he point? Did he point? Can't he beat? Can't he beat? I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. 4 p.m. is the object. 4 p.m. is the object. Clue. Clue. If it's not muddy, I'll go out. If it's not muddy, I'll go out. It was like. It was like. You're the stockbroker every month. You're the stockbroker every month. I couldn't be in the twilight. I couldn't be in the twilight. Sometimes you weren't good. Sometimes you weren't good. Would behave. Would behave. They must be plumbers. They must be plumbers. Can you count now? Can you count now? We're entering right now. We're entering right now. They must be removed. They must be removed. You are actually the same person as where you requested the meeting. You are actually the same person as where you requested the meeting. I smile after 1 week. I smile after 1 week. Mary was aware of this situation. Mary was aware of this situation. Don't you have to take care of it at night? Don't you have to take care of it at night? Doesn't it sink after 1 year? Doesn't it sink after 1 year? They rarely retire. They rarely retire. I will work. I will work. Didn't he attack 5 years ago? Didn't he attack 5 years ago? He reads the newspaper every morning. He reads the newspaper every morning. I joined. I joined. Is to wake up. Is to wake up. They were not organized last year. They were not organized last year. I'm in the room at the top of the stairs. I'm in the room at the top of the stairs. We need to stick to the budget for this project. We need to stick to the budget for this project. Is her brother a harvester? Is her brother a harvester? Consort. Consort. It's 7:45. It's 7:45. Can we lie now? Can we lie now? Swimmers will train for competitions. Swimmers will train for competitions. Can you appreciate? Can you appreciate? Can be covered immediately. Can be covered immediately. The consumer should read the label before purchasing the product. The consumer should read the label before purchasing the product. I cooked dinner. I cooked dinner. Her mother-in-law was a poet. Her mother-in-law was a poet. Will he eat? Will he eat? Can they take care of it every day? Can they take care of it every day?